Hi, everybody. Welcome to Breaking the Business Box podcast. In this podcast, the goal is to talk about all of the lifestyle and business related topics. I want it to be a safe place for entrepreneurs to discuss about our reality and also to dive deep into the type of conversation that I have with some friends entrepreneurs, such as how you're getting paid by clients, the reality that you deal with difficult clients, collaborations, and also, mental health and all of those things. We will also be having episode with amazing guests, and I'm very excited for that. And we will dive into different type of topics. Some of those topics will be 100% business related, and others will be maybe a little bit more, shaking the box. And that is the goal. I really want us to have a place to be able to discuss about the topics that sometimes we don't want to talk about on social media because we know it could be hurting our businesses. But we know in between us entrepreneurs, we're having those conversations because we know our reality. So in this first episode, I wanted to talk about sustainability. The thing is that when it comes to starting a business or being in a business, most of us entrepreneurs have a background of corporation. So maybe before you've worked for a startup or a small business or a nonprofit business, and you've been kind of formatted by that type of businesses. The way you talk, the way you present yourself, the way you interact with your colleagues, the way you do everything is really formatted. And that makes you a quote unquote professional. And when you enter your entrepreneurial life, you come with that baggage of your corporate, past. And in that past of corporation, a lot of us are dealing with performance. You're asked to bring money, to do better, to be at your best capacity, because that is what your past employees want from you, is for you to perform for their business. And that is something for me that hurts me a lot in different ways, but I will go through that on maybe another episode. But I wanted to talk about this because performance is a good thing until a certain point. You have to evaluate yourself as a human more than just by how you perform in your life and in your business. And I really want to confront today the idea of sustainability versus performance. I want to do business thinking about how can I make that system sustainable for me, not how can I perform every day and make more sales and have more clients. I'm not saying that numbers are not part of the game. Of course, when you're doing business, numbers is a reality because at the end of the day, you need to pay the bills. There is just a reality with business that comes with performing with numbers. But at the end of the day, you have to think about this in a way that how can I make my business, be really sustainable in the long run? How can I make this so I'm not closing down in few years? I want to make sure that I enter this game having all of the knowledge and also the capacity so I don't get burnt out and I don't have to stop what I'm doing, or I don't have to have resentment about what I'm doing because it's all about performance. It's all about rushing. It's all about how many clients I have, how much money I'm doing right now. I want you to think about how can I build that system to make sure that I really reach freedom. Most of us entrepreneurs are doing business and having a business mainly because we want the freedom. We want the freedom of movement. We want to work from our home, from, a beach. We want to travel. We want to have the financial freedom. We just want to have freedom in many, ways. But the reality of so many entrepreneurs is that we are enslaved into our business. We are working so many hours. We're pushing so much to make this happen. And I know it because been there, done that. And also I have so many friends who don't have a weekend, can't even spend time with their friends and family. And that is where I'm like, do we really started all of this to started to be a slave to our business or to reach the freedom? So I know that the reality is that, yes, for a period or in the beginning, you have to grind, you have to work hard, you have to just make it happen because that is how it is. I mean, business never have been easy and will never be easy, but is grinding and hardship really is what your life's supposed to be about? I'm not sure about that. That's why I really want to help entrepreneurs like you reach that freedom. And I feel like reaching that freedom is possible when you are implementing system within your business, when you are really intentional about what you're doing and you don't get up every morning just to achieve numbers and performance, but really you're thinking long terms, you're thinking sustainability, you're thinking how can I build my wealth for myself, for my family, so I can have a ripple effect on other people, on my clients, on my friends, on my family, and on myself. So hopefully freedom is really something that you're interested about because this is one of the pillars of my business. This is how I help my clients by implementing, automation and sales funnel. There is a part also that is all about branding, but I really want, I really want my business to be an ally to others, entrepreneurs' businesses. I want to help you have that freedom. I want to help you stop being the slave that you are for your business, even though you're passionate about your business. I'm a workaholic. I work a lot. This week have been hectic for me, for example. And even a client told me that I should, take a step back and just, relax because I'm working a lot. But just because I love what I do doesn't mean that I need to push myself, through the roof. And I am able now to, have a sustainable way of working and to make that whole system goes just because of systems and implementation. It's mainly two ways of doing it. You can be the CEO and trying to build a team around you, have people where you can delegate tasks and, the things that you're actually not really good at, or you just want to delegate to them. That is a great method, but the reality of wanting to be the CEO is that you will have to have people on payroll. You will have to have contract in place. You will have to take the time to, onboard those people so they understand what is the process of your business, so they understand what is the identity of your brand and they can represent it the best way. So you will have to invest a lot of time and money upfront for that solution. The other solution, which is the one that I really want a lot of entrepreneurs to kind of have more conscious about, is to implement systems. So obviously not everybody have a business type that can implement systems. It really depends on what is, your business is about. But in that case, what you can do is to implement automation, implement email marketing, implement system, checkouts, pages, processes, funnel, workflows, things that allows you to actually free up more time and let softwares, take care of the rest. That is actually going to eliminate a lot of the mistake that you could be doing. It's going to help you also go faster in your processes and also kind of give a better, client experience to your clients. So I'm not saying that those are the only ways, but there are the main ways for you to kind of build that sustainability in your business. So the question that I have for you today is, how do you want to make your business sustainable? How do you want it to impact your life? Because at the end of the day, being an entrepreneur comes with the reality that your business is impacting your family life, your personal time, and you will have to make that decision of, do I want to grind? Do I want to feel burnt out to the point that's, I'm going to resent what I do? Or do I want to think about, okay, now I need to sit down. What are my options to scale up my business? What are my options to make that system really works for me and offer me the freedom that I actually wanted from the beginning. So if those are the type of topics that you are interested in, make sure to follow me on my different platforms, social media, and visit my website. You will have all of the information in the link down below. And if you're ready to really dive deep into yourself, just make that one step ahead and move forward, challenge yourself, and shake and break your own business box, make sure to listen to the following episode. Thank you so much, guys, for having listened to that first episode. I'm really, really excited for that project. Can't wait to show you more.